Okay, so I wasn't planning on making this video today, but here we are. This morning I got an email from YouTube notifying me that one of my videos had received a copyright claim and had subsequently been blocked, taken down. Now, this has never really happened to me before, but if you're familiar with the musician YouTube space, you've probably heard of people like Adam Neely, Rick Beato, Paul Davids, who are just a few of dozens of other content creators and musicians who have fallen victim to bogus copyright claims in the past, but this is my first experience with it, and I think this example is a little bit different. At first, I was really confused because the video in question that got blocked was not about music and it didn't really feature any playing. I wasn't teaching anything. I wasn't playing any music that wasn't my own or that I didn't have a part in. It was literally a video about my favorite pieces of gear from 2019. But when I looked at the claim, I noticed that there actually indeed was music in the video, a small clip that I had taken from another video that had been posted a few days before I made my video in question. Now, in order to put this whole thing in context, we're going to go back in time a little bit. In December of last year, I went on tour in the Netherlands with a band called Noah Guthrie and Good Trouble. Part of that tour was us performing on a Dutch public radio station, which is owned and operated by a parent company called NPO. Now, it was a pretty standard radio performance. You show up, you load in, you play 2 or 3 songs on air, the artist does a quick interview, and you're in and out in under 2 hours. And part of the deal was they ended up filming our performance on an iPhone and then putting that performance up on their YouTube channel a few days later. But here's where it starts to get a little bit fishy. The song we played was one of Noah's new originals called Only Light I Need. We played that song on the radio and they filmed it and released it. And in my video, I was talking about a specific piece of gear that I ended up using on that performance. And as an example of what that piece of gear sounded like, I included a clip of their video in my video. The clip in question is me playing a solo that I wrote on a song that I helped arrange for an artist that I've been playing with for over 8.5 years. An original song by that artist that artist owns outright. So this morning, NPO claimed that they owned that clip. They owned that performance, they owned that video, and they owned that music, subsequently taking my video down and blocking me for playing my own guitar part. My own solo that I wrote. NPO claims that they own. Now, to add to this, the song is not even available yet. Noah hasn't released it. We actually just got in the studio a few months ago and recorded it, and there's no planned release date for the actual song itself. The only place that you can hear it at the moment is online and a few of these videos that are floating around. Now, it's pretty common on YouTube to have copyright claims put on your videos and have your videos demonetized, meaning that whoever owns the copyright of whatever material you might be using in that video receives at least a portion or sometimes the total amount of revenue generated from that video. And in most cases, that's completely fair. If I use a song or a piece of media or something that somebody else created and they own, then that person has every right to receive a portion or all of the money generated from my video. In fact, it happens to me quite a bit when I do the tour vlogs with Noah and with Jesse. I'm playing copywritten music that they own, even though I'm the one actually playing it on stage in real life, not using their actual recordings. Most of the time, those vlogs get demonetized, but in referencing and checking who the copyright claim is for and where it's going to, more often than not, that money ends up going to the publishing company for those artists and ideally into those artists' pocket, which is totally fair. Now, I want to be clear. I am all for copyrights and the protections that they afford creators and writers like myself and all of my peers. I don't want someone going and taking one of the songs that I wrote and using it for their movie, their commercial, or their YouTube video without properly compensating me first. But again, that's not what happened here. In fact, I did them a favor by plugging their video and driving more traffic to their YouTube channel, potentially growing their subscriber numbers and growing the ad revenue that they would have seen from their video. I didn't steal their music. I didn't steal any of their intellectual property. All I did was repost a performance that included me with a song and a solo that I was instrumental in creating, yes, pun intended, and showed a small clip of it on my own video to give some context to a subject that I was talking about. Now, one common argument that I hear with stuff like this is, well, it's probably just a bot. It's probably just the algorithm that went through and made a mistake or made a bogus claim, and you should file a dispute. Well, I did file a dispute, and as of right now, it's still pending. But I'm almost certain that this was done manually. That video, my video that got blocked, has been up for almost 6 months. It has over 100,000 views. And in fact, it's actually run its course. It hasn't really been gaining much views because it was kind of topical for the time. It was best gear of 2019. That's not really relevant anymore. Yet after it had been up for such a long time, it still got blocked. Meaning somebody went, found the video, saw the clip, and manually reported it and blocked it. More than likely somebody associated with or affiliated with NPO. So I have filed a dispute, and I'll let you know how it turns out, but here's why this is a big deal. As YouTube content creators, we are held to a standard by YouTube. We basically have a 3-strike rule. If you receive 3 copyright strikes, YouTube takes your channel and all of its content, all of your hard work, and essentially gets rid of it, deletes it. By NPO filing this bogus claim against me, they are essentially putting me at risk for receiving a copyright strike for something that is complete BS. Not only that, but this is a massive issue here on YouTube in the music space. There are so many videos that I want to make, so much content that I want to make that should qualify under fair use in terms of educational content, and I can't because of these copyright claims, these blockers, if you will. Now, again, others have talked about this issue. Rick Beato and Adam Neely and Paul Davids, I think, are chief among them, and you can find videos on their channel going more in detail about this. This kind of stuff has got to stop. You can't claim an artist's original music is your own and then go around and try and enforce that copyright claim on other creators. It's not right. So that's today's video. If you're new here, this is not the normal type of content I usually make. I just really felt that this situation needed some light shed on it, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully NPO steps up and makes this right, but if they don't, I'll be sure to let you know. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Rhett Shull, and I will catch you on the next one.